All right, they start grappling, and then all of a sudden, Machamp uses Karate Chop. It's a very weak attack, but I guess that was a critical hit. And he follows it up with all of those punches. We need to talk about those punches for a second, because there are a couple different attacks that could have been. One possibility is Dynamic Punch, where you can see it on the screen there. And another possibility is it's the move Strength. I think it was Dynamic Punch, because it missed. And Dynamic Punch has 50 accuracy in the main game. So I'm going to say it was Dynamic Punch, not Strength. But let me know what you think in the comments. Okay, so we see Detect be used there. Actually, no. I don't think that was Detect. Because Machamp was punching. Let's look at that again. That move right there, where that lets Hawlucha dodge all those silver fists. I think what's happening there is Hawlucha used Quick Guard, one of its egg moves. It can only learn this if you hatch it as an egg under the right condition. So this is a very special Hawlucha for this trainer. And Machamp was using Bullet Punch, also an egg move. These trainers clearly raise these Pokemon from eggs. Bullet Punch is a priority attack, but it's completely negated by Quick Guard. And that's how Hawlucha was able to evade. All right, let's see what they do next. All right, so Hawlucha gets behind Machamp and uses High Jump Kick. That's a ton of damage. Very risky move, High Jump Kick. If you miss, you take tons of recoil damage, so I like that Hawlucha set it up by attacking from behind. That's Double Edge right there, and then Machamp follows it up with what I believe is Heavy Slam, jumping off the ropes and using Heavy Slam there. So far, these are all legitimate Pokemon attacks. I think it's really cool how they set up this battle. I'm gonna skip the flashback a little bit here. So it is kind of hilarious how she's like training with a Slowpoke. It would have been even better if it was a Slowbro. Then it would be, do you even lift, bro? I don't know what those Pokemon are. Kind of interesting. Does anybody know what those are? Is that an Inky? I can't tell. Alright, so we're gonna skip ahead to the Mega Evolution, right? Hawlucha Mega Evolves. It's really impressive. We get to see the new animation, the new Mega Hawlucha. Very exciting. And now things are going to happen very quickly. Let's see if we can do this. All right, the trainers give their orders. Machamp goes in. We see Bullet Punch, then Mega Punch, Karate Chop. Hold on, a couple of things just happened. So Hawlucha unleashed what looked to me like Aerial Ace, possibly Acrobatics, maybe also Cross Chop, something along those lines. I think that was Aerial Ace, but Machamp just tanks it. Possibly Machamp used Detect and then Counter. Now, normally, you have to take damage to use Counter, right? And then you do double the damage back. I think that was definitely Counter. So, if Machamp used Detect to avoid damage and then Counter to deal double damage back, that would make no sense. So, I'm gonna say it was just the move Counter there. If it was also Detect, they might have made a slight mistake. So Machamp uses Counter, knocks Hawlucha back, tons of damage, very cool. And then they go in again, they're grappling again, Karate Chop, but it doesn't crit this time, so it's very weak. And then Hawlucha uses Sky Uppercut, one of the moves that Hawlucha is known for, followed by Submission. I know that looked like Seismic Toss, but based on the animation, I'm pretty sure that was Submission, and is following it up with Flying Press. But it does a little bit of a twist at the end there. Now, if we take a look at Flying Press, I kind of want to show you this. So, Flying Press, Hawlucha just kind of presses down. There's no twist at the end. And I was like, well, what was that? It was Flying Press into another move. So I was taking a look at Bulbapedia, and the best thing I could come up with, because it kind of looked like a Corkscrew to me, was Corkscrew Crash. But here's the catch. Corkscrew Crash only works if you have a Steel-type move. But Hawlucha doesn't currently have access to any Steel-type moves that I could find on Bulbapedia, which suggests that maybe Hawlucha is going to get a Steel-type move in the upcoming game, and somehow be able to Mega Evolve and use Z-moves at the same time. Or maybe you'll get a new signature move, maybe Mega Evolving will turn Flying Press into a new attack? Who knows? It's hard to say. Alright, going back to the core battle, the smoke clears, Hawlucha wins, and we get to see the new Mega Evolution in all its glory. This was a really cool video. I liked all the Pokemon, the actual Pokemon moves that were sprinkled in. That made it so nice to see. And possibly, hey Psyduck, if I was right, Hawlucha's getting a new move. Either a new Steel-type move, or like a new signature move, or the Mega Evolution will evolve Flying Press. We might have gotten a little sneak peek there. But who can say? That's all for now. This has been Sneaky and Psyduck. We'll catch everybody later.